morning, good evening on this rainy, cold, chilly Tuesday evening. Welcome to On the Porch with Jim, Pam.
We missing Pam.
Jim, Pam's chair, and Letta. And we have our first, he comes on all the time now. Our regular Kevin, Mr. Kevin is with us. And we have two more on the way. So there'll be 5 of us this evening, chit-chatting and talking away. And just welcome, right?
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Oh, hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas, holiday, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. That was about to mess it up.
Shaka Khan.
Yes. Feliz Navidad, all those things. I hope everybody's holiday was great and you were able to have a good time with that. And as we get ready for New Year's Eve, post some of the things that you all are going to do. I might want to come by and say, hey. Not really, but, you know. Maybe we'll create a room and hang out for all of us homebodies that don't want to do anything. And we can toast in the new year together. If you're interested, let me know. And by doing so, you have to join the Back Porch group, okay? Join the Back Porch group so you can be a part of any of the chats and things that are going on behind the scenes. And we did promise, starting the new year, we'll get a little more engaged with the back room.
What's going on, man?
What's up, bro?
Oh, nothing much.
So, again, welcome. And then, you said why?
He said, why he don't have a key? What you got on these bills?
that does make a determination, right?
Okay.
And you might only get the bottom line key, not the top line.
Right.
That's different.
No garage code, so I ain't got to change that later.
Right. So as like we said, Pam is going to join us on the chat side. She didn't want to get out in this weather today, and I get it. So she won't be with us today. She'll be back on next week. But she did submit some really cool little pet peeve ideas. So as always, as we get through the show, we'll have conversations and going back and forth. And of course, post any questions or comments. Letta and Kevin both have their phones going so they can interject anything, and we will share them as we go. So, of course, big, I guess, it's not really social, but informational with the building and sign.
Hold up. Marissa said, what's the back porch? You might want to tell her where the back porch.
Marissa?
Yeah.
Hi, Marissa. Okay, so we'll post a link inside of the comments.
I'm laughing there talking about Wayne got a haircut.
Everybody know your business way. The back porch is a not private room, but for anyone who wants to join, we have created a group.
It's private.
It is a
Everybody
private
can
group.
see it.
You do have to be, you have to submit an invite or be invited to join. But it's just another way that we can communicate and engage with everyone, but independently and as a group, so where we can all kind of see each other inside of a room and talk and just kind of better get to know each other.
We can get a little more personal, a little more, cussing might go on, and, we get a little bit more ratchet. At least I do.
I like that word.
Or you get, like last week we did one with Kevin over here.
Yeah, telling his personal
indiscretions and yeah. He is. I
It's
never
so
would have.
cold to go outside on the back porch. Y'all realize that.
Shut up, fools.
But if y'all missed it, that video, Lord have mercy. That video is actually on the page as well. Kevin being her son, Kevin. I forgot what the topic
And this
was.
is not his daddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I hope that answers your question, Mr.
The back porch. I believe there is a link on the porch to where you can hit it and ask to join. And we can accept y'all. If I get around to it, I see some of y'all saying invite y'all. So if I don't see y'all asking to join, I'll try to follow up and send y'all an invite.
All right. Put that up. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so couple things I kind of want to touch on. Last week we kind of touched on, will Trump sign the bill for the COVID relief? Will he not? We all thought it was crap. But then it comes back to the table. It's before him, and then what does he do? It's not enough. We want to give these people more money, right? So then we think he's gonna hold it up, the government's gonna shut down, people are panicking, what are we gonna do, what are we gonna do? And then he, of course, ends up signing it, but politically speaking, he had to put that out there, because if he's alive, you know he's running in 2024, he needs a platform to run on. So, I say all that to say, I haven't watched the news today, so I've been getting blurs. Does anyone know where we are on that? Did 2000 did McConnell pick it back?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
It's no bueno.
He said no.
Okay, here's the deal.
He said we got some other things to discuss. He's pushing it on. He's pushing it off with some other things.
So,
Talk about
the $600 is still gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So this might be a part 2? Whatever.
Well, the 600 is,
Part 3.
yeah, well,
600 is part 2, but
yeah,
the
there
other,
might be a part 3.
yeah, they're talking about a part 3. And I think that's like, what, January 15th or something? When they all come back.
From being gone?
By any means, I am not a Trump supporter. In the man's defense, okay, when they initially started talking about doing a second one, okay, they were talking about doing a 2000, okay, and Nancy Pelosi had initially put that in the first one,
Right.
okay, so I'm not playing political sides on this, but the Democrats had already put it out there to push for the 2000. So for him to say that, hey, I feel that the people should get the 2000, bro, no.
It was like-
Somebody had already came up with the idea
Yeah.
before you,
What's
and
your
you
comment?
shot it down. You didn't say anything, you didn't comment on it, you know? So
You were
no,
on your phone.
no.
Pam said since you in her seat, come up with some topics.
There you go. Keep them on their toes, girl. Keep them on their toes.
Hello, Rochelle.
I think the 2000 was a bad idea.
Because.
Okay, I think everyone's looking at the now picture. You're not looking at the future picture. So everyone's like, well, I need that $2,000 now. Okay, cool. Are people really gonna go out and spend it
The way they need to.
the way it needs to be so the economy can recover?
Mhm.
Or are you gonna pocket that money and hold on
Well,
to it?
they're gonna pay the
because-
necessities. Gas,
Okay,
light,
that's the
water.
whole thing.
They're not gonna put it back into the
The
market.
problem now, though, is that it's
You're
so
gonna
far
inflate
down.
the dollar so bad that pretty soon the value,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think the $2,000 was a bad idea.
Any amount of money, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say any amount of money, but he is absolutely right because of the simple fact that they're counting on you going to Walmart. I don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care where you spend it. At.
Right.
If you can go to Macy's if
As
you
long
want
as it's
to,
circulating.
as long as you're spending it. But when you're in the hole and you're going, damn, I got to pay that credit card bill. Damn, I got to pay this. That does not
Go back
circulate
into
the
economy.
money
Yeah.
to keep everything flowing. So
Okay.
when I gotta pay the landlord.
Yeah.
He's not, because he's looking at you going, you got $2,000.
Yeah.
It's not retail dollars, it's
Yeah.
more,
Right.
yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, and that's why I was like, $2,000 is nice, don't get me wrong.
But there
But-
needs to be a long-term plan. This like one-off.
Well, but to me, it's like, okay. If you give out the $2,000 now, and everyone gets the money, if this pandemic does not, change course, everyone's like,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I need more
And
money.
for every
Oh,
year.
I need more money.
Oh, yeah.
So the government's just gonna keep giving you money, then what happens?
Right.
The value of that money is worth
I'm gonna research this
Still
because
bleeding out.
it. Yeah.
I heard this earlier today, and I don't know the history on this, but I wanna see what that the government did for the people during the Depression. You see what I'm saying? Was there a stimulus package for the people during the Depression? So I'm gonna research that and
That'd be
find
good.
out.
That'd be good.
You know what I'm saying? To see how we've come from then to now. And like you said, am I gonna be looking at you going, well, you gave it to me the first time, you gave it to me the second time, so here's my hand again.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's so much that could go on with that, but hey, you need to get it. I mean, I understand it's broken. I get it, but you gotta eat. You
And I
gotta
can
have
only
like,
say that because I've been working through this whole thing, so.
Right.
I'm fortunate, you know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing changed in my lifestyle.
yeah.
But I do feel for people that, because I've
Really
been on the
need it.
I mean,
on the
it's
short
there
end
are
of the
people who really
Yeah,
do
a
need
lot
it.
of
You know what I'm
people
saying?
It's just, I think even like the people who really do need it, I think
She
they're
said
just
like
looking
Yeah,
at.
we gonna take that $2,000 if they give it to us.
I knew that was
I'm gonna take it, whatever.
I just think that everyone's looking at the today,
Yeah,
right now.
Right.
No one's really thinking about the
Yeah.
long-term effects.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, give me the money, but give me some kind of a trade and training.
But the whole thing
You know,
is, I
teach me
mean,
how to do
it's
stuff
not
I can-
taxable.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So any money that you
So-
get from the government that's not taxable.
It ain't putting no money back in their pocket.
Yeah, so I mean, so you know that there's a red flag right there for the long term.
But there's a catch in the tune, unemployment money.
Mhm.
You about to get hit on that. If you don't have taxes,
See, I paid
Come
mine,
around on
yeah.
that?
I had all my taxes come out.
It's all a big calamity. I'd be interested to hear what Biden has to say about all this when he takes office, because I ain't heard no claim from
I
him.
can wait to see what they're gonna do about rent when this ends.
I
About
am.
what?
The rent when this ends.
Folks
All
gonna be
people
evicted
that
and
can't get
homeless?
evicted,
Yeah,
once
this
this
like
Oh,
ends,
yeah.
the
it's
31st of January, ain't it?
This is, and that is so stupid to me because if you can't afford to pay the rent where you're staying at and she evicts you, how in the hell it look like you come to rent from me because I just kicked him out? You ain't even got a job.
And you ain't gonna have no place to go.
But dude been
Because
staying
ain't
here
nobody
for
gonna
3
accept
years
it,
with his
you gonna
family
now you
ain't
got
got
an
no
eviction on your
problem.
record.
I was gonna say,
We
but now
gonna
you
work
got
this
eviction
out.
on your record and you owe them however much, so a long time
Yeah.
you've
Right.
been unemployed.
Yeah.
So you go somewhere else, they're like, you owe them money. I don't know what you do.
Right.
I 100% feel like we definitely have just touched the surface of the damage of COVID. Like, this, how it manifests, it's gonna take years, months, couple years to just really understand the magnitude of the
And that
effects.
depends on how bad the second round is going to hit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean what they're talking about for everybody getting together for the holidays, but the second strain. Now,
the one
they're
that
telling us
mutated
right
around.
now
Right.
that the vaccine will take care of the mutated strain that's coming out now, but
Okay, on a lighter topic, I just saw some crap on Facebook. What'd you say? They are getting engagement rings for men. What the hell?
Yeah, why not?
I don't even agree with asking a man to marry me, let alone we give you an engagement ring. What part of the game is that?
Well,
I mean, we walk around, you can tell we engaged. They're like, still no ring on this thing.
Oh, well, what's that? Your engagement ring?
there's mine right there.
There was an engagement ring or a wedding ring? She asked you to marry her? Or you just got the ring after you asked her?
I gave her ring. I asked her to marry her, gave her ring.
Uh-huh.
Then a couple of weeks later, I mean, I'm saying a couple of weeks. I don't know when I got
you've
it.
been
I
married
can't
for like
remember.
30 years.
Right.
But yeah, I got this
Okay.
while we
Now-
were engaged
okay.
because this was for her to let everybody know, hey,
He's
he's out the market.
Okay, I
We
can
ain't
roll with
married
that.
yet, but he's off the
I
market.
can roll with that.
Yeah, like, I don't,
I can roll with that.
what is your
Yeah,
problem?
that's what
But no, I'm saying,
Like, I'm not saying that's nothing fancy, but all you want to do is roll the gym
I
ring.
meant the
so I
aspect
can't-
of her asking him to marry her and you get a ring.
You know
I just can't get with women
You know what?
asking men to marry them. I
You know
mean,
what? With the way,
what folk float your boat, float your boat. But for
Yeah.
me personally, I
Yeah.
just can't do it.
Yeah.
I want it to be his idea. I want to know that he
To
chose
me,
me.
with the way
Yeah,
that,
that's fair though.
yeah, you're right. But to me, the way that younger guys and younger kids, I should say, are acting, that's probably going to be the new norm.
It ain't no
No,
problem.
no.
Right.
Women been
No,
asking men to marry them.
no,
It's not
no.
a new concept.
Even though
I'm not gonna walk around with a ring on my finger, talking about I'm engaged, and ain't nothing on her finger.
Well, you got rappers wearing dresses now.
I rock a kilt.
No,
That's
I'm
a real difference.
talking about like
I know
the
what
way,
she's talking
you know what I'm saying?
about.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm
I rock
trying
a
to come
kilt.
down in a
I ain't
gown,
gonna lie.
So it's-
okay?
Right.
It's just like,
It's just the way it is.
I mean, might as well, you gonna do your nails.
Equal now. They
Okay,
Yeah.
cause see now I gotta go out and now I gotta go out, cause once I say yes to her, I gotta go get her a ring. Because like I said, I'll be damned if I walk around with a ring on my finger saying I'm off the market.
Well,
And
I
she
don't
walking
think that's
around
what
like,
he's saying.
hey,
I don't think
no.
that's what he's saying. I think he's just saying it's it's gonna
He said it's
happen.
the norm for women to start asking these females. to
Yeah,
ask
like-
men.
I think it's gonna be.
Shut up, Derek, and I'm gonna stay single if that's the case, because I ain't asking no man to marry me. Or to be my boyfriend.
Or to be my boyfriend.
I'm tired of
What about
you.
your baby daddy?
I'm sick and tired of that single man.
What about your baby
What?
daddy?
You.
What kind of man?
You got your baby daddy.
What happened?
You got one. He can be your baby daddy.
I got a baby daddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't have a baby daddy. I got an ex-husband. Let's clarify that. Only I can call him my baby daddy in private. In person, he is my ex. I mean, in public, he's my ex-husband. I cannot take away the fact that we got papers. We had papers.
Okay. On another note, so why I don't want to get too far off the thing in the government stuff because Georgia, I looked at some stats and we have a handful of people in Georgia that watch the show also. I'm gonna need y'all to make sure y'all vote next month. Is it the Senate race that they're voting for?
I think so.
I think it's Senate. Please vote properly, like y'all did this president election. We gotta get these folks out in the Senate, like for real. Like I'm begging y'all, please just make it happen. You did it once, do it again. That's all I have for Georgia. In Georgia, we appreciate you for watching. So I want to touch on. Sorry, everybody. You know it's a hot topic right now. Y'all know Lori McLaughlin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Full House mom.
mom who cheated and got her kids in college and only served like 2 months. But we hear stories about black women just using false addresses so their kids can go to school and being put in jail for like the rest of their lives. And on the red table, not to promote Jada's show, but a daughter was on there. And you know, Jada's mama don't play, right? Mm-hmm. And it's been on the news. Good Morning America had it. Where the daughter, one of the daughters that got in, she was on the show with Jada, her daughter, and the mom. And she was trying to say, like, she, you know, it was wrong, and da-da-da-da. And her mama looked at her, and the mom was like, you get no sympathy from me. Because your mom is going to spend 2 months in jail. Y'all, being privileged, are going to be able to move on with your life. But there's so many of us out there that try to just get education for our kids.
And wouldn't be able to do nothing from that point on.
We get put in jail for the rest of our life like we committed murder. And no one's talking about that, right? So for all of you people, and y'all can agree or disagree with me, white privilege is real. And celebrity privilege is even more real. And when you
how did they hear us and the mute was on? Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. The mute was still on the mic, so I don't know how they was hearing us. Oh, maybe.
Y'all probably can hear us better now. But I'm not going to get on a rant about it. We know it's real. The colonizers are real. They're real. And if you don't believe it, then this is not the show for you. Yeah, that's my word. I've been saying it. I get in trouble for saying it, but whatever.
What?
Colonizers. But how do y'all feel? Y'all feel like white privilege is a thing?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, white privilege will always be a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it won't always be a thing.
Pam said y'all need to wake up.
As the new generation take over, it's gonna be less and less. But as of right now,
Obvious in your face. So I just wanted to.
And I think that's why a lot of them are upset because it's getting called out more and more and more and more and more.
I don't think it'll ever change because it's always being taught.
That is true as well.
It's always going to be taught.
But you know what?
though, inclusivity and accepting just everyone is so widespread with social media now. As generations get further and further into social media, they'll naturally start to just. I mean, you still have those people, but I don't know. I mean, you still have those people, but it's gonna.
I'm gonna put the devil's advocate here because the simple fact that we always say that white people teach their kids to be racist, but we do the same exact.
Oh, yeah,
I won't deny that.
Black people are just as guilty of it, just as white people. But you know what I'm saying? We never call each other out on that. You know what I'm saying?
I get called out on it all the time.
You know.
What happened?
She said, speaking of mic, you can't hear us?
Who?
Pam. And she said Amber Alerts always send out on little black kids. I mean, on white kids, but not for little black kids.
Okay, we're gonna shift into happier notes, but I just want to put it out there that it is a real thing and vote Georgia. That's all I gotta say. So,
right, if the sound went down, though, I need to mute the mic again.
I know, right? I think that might be it. So, even though Pam is not here,
She is participating.
She is participating, and
In
she
spirit.
her pet peeve, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first one.
Oh, she talking to y'all.
I know.
Speaking to Mike.
You wanna read the pet peeve?
No, I'm okay. You got this.
Oh,
You got this.
all right. Since it's the holidays and everybody has this person or family in their tribe, pet peeve: people who make big to-go plates when they go to a family function, and 90% of the time don't even bring them, but like
I knew it. I knew she was gonna say that.
why? That is so uncool.
Right.
That makes me nuts.
I don't trip on it.
You don't trip on what?
People that don't bring anything and take all the food.
Okay, 'cause
I
I'm
don't
the
trip
kind
unless
of person.
it's my favorite shit.
I'm the kind of person that if I cook for everybody, I don't want any leftovers. Whether you brought some or you didn't, take as much food as you want home with you.
Well, we're gonna come to your house next
Cause
time.
Well, that part,
I hate when everybody eat and
that
you look
part
at
I
all
don't
this food.
mind, but the thing that I don't like is when you take it before everybody else then got here or finished eating or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah, now if it's
Now
before
you gotta wait
everyone
till
to finish
everybody then got to the point where everybody ate and everybody just kind of sitting around like, ooh shit.
And
Then
you
then
knew.
you fix your stuff.
eating. Yeah.
Then you good.
And you knew up front that, hey, everybody's supposed to bring a dish and you didn't bring anything, and you the first person there talking about, hey, y'all gonna eat this? You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mind a plate, but I need you to not make a pan. I've had people walk out my house
Yeah.
and they take a pan. And just
Well,
put
I'm gonna get some for
this,
Uncle
this,
Ray Ray because he come.
I need a pan of meat.
No,
I need
Uncle
a pan.
Ray Ray should
Yeah.
have came.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, unless they're like invalid at home, parents, or
Yeah,
something like that. I'm
yeah.
gonna take this to Big Mama or something. Okay, that's cool. But Big Mama don't eat that much. I mean, come on now.
Right.
I mean, come on. And if you're one of those people, sorry, I'm talking about you. 2/3. Stop doing that. Take some. Get some rolls. Pick up some Hawaiian rolls. You take Hawaiian rolls to the dinner, you could probably walk out of there with 2-3 plates.
You ain't lying.
All you gotta do is how to get them Hawaiian rolls.
Look.
Now, on a Hawaiian roll, did you know that they are actually supposed to be put in the oven?
Yeah.
I did not know that until I was like 30. I
I mean, now I probably didn't learn that till I was probably about 30, but
I just took them out the pack. But you're
I just
supposed
learned
to.
that just now.
You are actually supposed to bake them in the oven for like 10 minutes. And
but
get
they
them
good
on the
as
pan. Go Hawaiian King. Y'all got some
Boy.
fire rolls.
And you know they got hamburger buns and
Bread.
hoagie bread
Yeah.
and all kinds of stuff now. Boy, I be killing them.
Y'all are quiet.
No, she just couldn't hear us in the mic. That's all.
No, y'all ain't said much or nothing.
Nothing. I guess we're not talking about anything else. But go.
I was just getting ready to hit the drug thing. Is marijuana just a fad now? Like everybody just feel like, I mean, like I understand.
You know
like,
what?
You know what? Let's
But
ask Kevin.
you know what? A lot of.
Wayne,
Which
you know
one?
I'm his mom.
Which one you talking
Both of
about?
y'all. But we really on that one right now.
We can't see you.
Mr. Chinese.
Stay ready, huh?
No, it's just. I mean,
A bag?
it's better than drinking alcohol at home.
Because I mean, even the kids now is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It's not.
I'd rather smoke weed
I'd
all
rather
day
drink
long
than be
than
high.
drink.
I'd rather smoke.
I'm with
than-
you. I don't like being high.
I'd rather
Here's
smoke
the
than
thing.
drink.
I don't partake in those type of festivities, so I don't
I
know.
can do whatever I need to do smoking all day long. Drinking might get me in trouble.
See, I can do whatever I need to do. This.
That's what you say.
Yeah, so you pass out.
Until Officer Steve pulls your ass.
Right.
This is a big different story. I ain't wishing nothing bad on you, bro, but I'm
No,
just
but-
saying.
Okay, it's beer though. It's not like
It don't matter what it is.
I think now the safer, to me personally, I think the safer, more functional vice of choice is marijuana because most people can still function. They just might function a little slower. But and that's if you know your level. You
I
gotta know
am
your level.
watching Supermarket Sweep and I am cracking up and I'm eating up and I'm done. It's a wrap. Don't call me. Don't ask me nothing. 'Cause you might say something to me and I'm watching TV and 8 minutes later I'll be like, oh, wait, what you say? That's me.
But see, I know weed affects everybody differently, but for me, I'm not the
Right.
person that want to sit there and go,
Right, it's
for the
levels
next 3
to it.
hours. Now, I want to do shit. Let's kick it, dog, when I'm high, you know what I'm saying?
But now it just seems like everybody wants to get high or eat edible
Well,
or
maybe you should
anything.
get high then. Shit,
But
join the club.
it's natural.
Don't be a square.
The poison is liquor.
You can't make it square.
But the poisons are cigarettes. The poisons are liquor. Marijuana's like the only natural thing. I mean, everybody else does it.
Well,
Everybody's doing it.
I mean, like Native Americans. I mean, kids come up. The French give their kids wine when they're like 8. Like, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong. It's on the
My
tablet.
papa gave me beer when I was little.
Out that Zodiac cup.
I want to tell you, go get me a beer out the refrigerator. You bring a beer here, you drink a little bit. I mean, I'm just saying.
What do you mean all the kids doing what?
Everybody, like everywhere you look, everybody is getting high
I
now.
don't think anything's changed on that. I think it's just more talked
you
about.
can be more open with it. That's what it is. You ain't got to hide it.
You don't have to hide it. You can like openly at work be like,
Well,
dude,
see,
I got blazed.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Like,
Like, people that never used to smoke before.
that you knew.
No. They did not smoke.
Bullshit.
But I know some people that do not and will not smoke, but they'll eat the hell out of some edibles.
Okay.
So a lot of people that never smoked, now they eat edibles.
I don't even want to do it now.
For whatever reason, they didn't want to smoke, but since they got edibles now they'll eat an edible.
Yeah.
Some people don't like
Nerds.
the concept of inhaling smoke.
Exactly.
I mean, I know some people that just don't like to smoke,
But
it,
smoke
eat it just
kill me.
fine.
Man, it sets my whole chest on fire.
That's some good shit.
I'm good on that.
Wow.
And then my pet peeve. People that don't signal when they drive, turn the freaking blinker on. I was
They ain't got
riding
no
with somebody,
blinker.
and if she's looking, I don't think she on here because she be having stuff to do, but she gonna see this. Did not turn her blinker. I'm like, really? You just gonna maneuver and don't turn no blinker on? Like, do you know how many times I almost got to an accident because the person in front of me did not signal where the heck they was going? Get out my way. And if you turn your blinker on, I know which way you going, so I know which way I need to go.
That's why they're made that. That's what they're for.
Exactly. So people that don't turn blinkers on, if you don't use your signals, I don't like you. Just want to say that.
Hey, smoking weed. You don't signal. You want them people.
You want them people?
No.
What y'all talking about? Y'all can't be having side conversations.
I signal, but like if I'm out in the street and like it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, there's nobody out, I won't signal.
Right. Exactly. Big dodo bird, and you probably drunk or high.
That's what we're going to do in your ass like.
It wouldn't be high.
No, we don't. We do
But you
not
know what?
encourage drunk driving.
Knocking on wood,
Okay,
bro.
and you guys, said this to get you sent to jail. So we're driving high. That's a DUI.
It really is.
I'm doing the commercial. I mean, but you know what? Knocking on wood. Now, one single time is a motherfucker said, "Hey, I'm taking your ass because you're high on weed."
Well, that's usually because you just look Chinese, and like I said, all you do is just slow down. As long as you're talking like you got some sense, they can't prove it. Unless they smell it or see it.
You don't think they have breathalyzers for that shit now? No, they don't have
They got breathalyzers for where what? For
Where
Man,
Follow my
you don't know how mad. You don't know how mad I was. When I heard that shit on the news, I was like, dude, why the fuck would you invent something like that? Yes, they have a breathalyzer. I believe it's in California.
Because it's only fair
And
for
there's
people
a couple
that
of
drink.
states that they're using it in.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Y'all better watch out.
Dude developed a breathalyzer for your ass to get the blow if you're high.
I'm so glad I'm not in my 20s no more.
I know, right?
I enjoy doing all these things.
You got a grower's permit, girl.
Where you been in all my life, girl?
Right, I'm just
For real,
saying.
friend?
I got a backyard and things going on. We gonna have a talk after this show.
Boy, I'm just saying.
Pam's other pet peeve is the whole black card thing. How you're not black if you don't eat chicken. How if you don't eat watermelon, you ain't black. We do it all. We just did it right before you got here.
Yup.
We just had,
I
that's
didn't say you weren't black though. I'm just like, I'm just saying.
You said I don't know. No,
No.
black people can't see.
Right, but I was using it as a regional thing. I didn't say black
Okay.
people. I didn't say us.
You
You
did say regional. Yes,
I was just like, growing up down south, everybody I know ate chitlins. I move up here and it's like, I don't eat chitlins. I'm like,
I do.
What's wrong with you?
You eat chitlins?
Yeah.
They have chitlins at the big one yet. Where you from?
She said, do they have chitlins in Topeka?
All I'm gonna say is
No,
this.
that's just kind of No disrespect. You threw me off. I'm sorry.
Oh,
My
shit.
bad.
Okay, so y'all know how if a woman sleep with a dude on the first date, they usually presume that she loose, she a hoe.
No.
We both did it.
What
We
happened?
both
No,
did it.
I never thought that.
Cause you been doing it every time you talk. I'm gonna get it.
I never thought that of a woman. I ain't never thought that of a woman. Cause like I'm like, shit, damn, I did something right. Shit, I got in the nose the first
I
night.
just want to know, so if a man sleep with somebody on the first date, does that mean he a hoe too?
Yeah.
I mean, we was.
No.
You know what?
Oh. Or they won.
It depends on how it goes down.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like if all the homies done been like, yeah, bro, you know, just go holler at her, boom, bam, here you go.
That mean all the homies that had some or they know somebody that had some. That's different.
though.
But I mean, if you just meet them and I mean y'all really hit it off and it happens,
That's
it
what I'm
don't,
saying.
it don't make them a hoe,
You got lucky.
But
and it doesn't make you a
the
hoe.
follow-up question is, because I think that if you did it with me, you
Doing it with everybody, yeah.
I mean, if I get it on the first date, I'm thinking,
That's what you do.
that's what you do.
Wait, well, hold on. No,
Hold on,
wait.
hold on.
I already know where you're going. I already know where you're
I'm
going.
just saying.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You gave it up just like he got it. So what do you mean?
But still,
Is it okay? But is it as a woman?
he
Is
might
it
think that, I
you
don't know,
trying
but
to pressure
he's
him into it, or is it he
No.
trying to pressure
I
you?
think y'all have a different
it
conversation.
can just happen.
If I hook up with a dude on the first date, I am gonna think that's just something that he does.
Right.
Why? I didn't think
I don't
of
never look
you.
at it like that.
That never crossed my mind of you.
Seriously. He didn't even sound convincing. That sounded so sarcastic.
No, straight up. Okay, now,
You really mean if you met if me and you just met at a bar and we go get it on that same night,
That's different.
somewhere in your mind you ain't gonna think.
now hold on. Now,
Especially if I go back to that bar next week.
Here's the deal. It all depends on how that conversation is going down. You see what I'm saying? If I meet you at the
Oh,
bar,
okay, I see what he
The
said.
first date.
He
You said the first date.
it don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with your scenario.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we at the bar, and I'm just like, I'm just throwing. I don't talk like that, but oh girl, I ate you like a biscuit and slap you with some honey. And you just like, oh boy, hell yeah, put some hot sauce on, let's go. Okay, I'm not thinking that you do this with everybody, but I'm like, hey, this ain't the girl I want to bring home and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I want to hook up with this chick. I want to make this chick my girl. But we sitting at the bar, we just normal conversation, da 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 da. It's just like, hey, you want to go back to my place and wait? Da 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 da. No, I'm not thinking that of you at all. But I didn't think that of you either because I got it on the first date either. But like I said, depending on how that conversation talks about how I got it, this is going to depend on how I'm looking at you as far as this wifey material.
I'm gonna naturally
You know what?
think
From
that's
first
what you
date
do.
to wifey, yeah, that's
No.
fine.
I get what he was saying. He was saying like if we meet and we're just having a conversation and the chemistry is there and we hook up, then he might think, okay, this is somebody I might be able. He's gonna look at her as somebody that could be longevity. Whereas if we just throwing back flirts and we go get it on, then no, you ain't nobody I'm even gonna think about that with. You just somebody that was just for the moment. So, I mean, I get that, but in my mind, even if I do look at you as, we had the chemistry going, I'm still gonna think in the back of my mind that that's just how you move.
I ain't never thought about that.
Yes, we are.
You know what?
Yes, we are.
A lot of it depends though is what happens.
I think y'all lying.
No, a lot of it depends on what happens like the next day.
It's the
You
before
know,
and after.
It's mainly the after effect. Are you going to continue talking? Is it going to be awkward? If it's awkward,
I'm listening. I know I'm confused.
Or she's just like, whatever, then okay, obviously she's done this before,
Between the man and the woman brain.
you know.
I still don't look at it as you or less of you as a person just because we didn't continue even on that.
If it's not a continued thing,
Not
then it's
less of a
just
I just
like,
don't think that's just your
whatever.
behavior.
Yeah, that's what you do. You go to a bar, you meet.
I mean,
But
that's
if
just
it's a-
like a dude I met in a sex group, and I mean,
Whoa.
we had.
Whoa.
No, take the drink away, take the
Part
drink
two.
away, take the drink away,
On the porch, part two.
take the drink away.
That is a background topic. We'll have an indiscretion
Wow.
later. That's gonna be one of the titles of it.
Oh, man.
Okay, you met.
But I mean, like, and I seen how, you know, he was talking in the group or whatever, and so, you know, then we hooked up, and we get to messing around. I mean, and so I think that in my brain, in the back of my head, I think that's just how you move.
Yeah.
That you all about sex. I mean, because that's how I met you, so I figure that's what you do.
Are we talking about?
Kevin,
Wait, hold on.
say
Shut up.
something, or I'm kicking you out. You are not
I got some more. I just want to ask you one question for her. We ain't talking about the same guy that crossed their legs, though. Because you had an issue
This
because
is
they
a
crossed
whole
their legs.
personal conversation.
No,
No,
no.
no. When
No,
she
it's
said
not.
sex group, I kind of, we got
I
a
met
little.
somebody else in the sex group, and he said with his
La,
legs
la,
crossed.
What is your Oh, man.
It was a Facebook group. It was not a
All right, I tried to hook her up with a homeboy of mine, right?
Oh, man.
Apparently, your mom has a problem if you're a man and
And you sit with your legs crossed like females.
She thinks something's wrong with it.
I mean,
That's a problem.
see?
As a man,
It
that's a
seems
problem.
weird. But you know what? It's not though, because like,
Because I said so.
Oh, what?
what'd you say?
I'll just like it.
But no, like I did learn. I mean, but like the people like back in my, I seen a picture of my dad. He was in his bed sitting like that. I was like,
I told you that.
yeah, that's what it is.
It's just very European.
Obama was sitting like that.
Yeah.
That just changed my whole day when I
Tony said
seen
like
President
that, too.
Obama do it. You know, everybody.
I've seen Kobe do it, but
Hey, first I seen my daddy. I seen a picture of my daddy sitting like that. Then I seen, you know, Obama do it. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll let y'all get away with it. But it still don't sit well with me. I'm sorry, it just don't. I feel like, ain't y'all nuts uncomfortable or something? I mean, like.
Now, see, you know why she's thinking that way, right? Because when a woman's sitting there with her legs crossed and she's sitting there rocking them legs back and forth, she can actually get off like that. That's
No, I
it's
don't.
dirty. Just saying. I am the sex person, okay? I am the sex person, okay? So I know when y'all see the legs crossed, see a woman sitting in the waiting room, the doctor's office, sitting there kicking their leg back and forth. Yeah.
Do not believe that. If y'all not making this ain't believing that, I'm gonna be so frustrated.
I have
But
never.
they're gonna watch.
Right. Hey, I can feel that. They're gonna be somewhere out in public.
I know what you doing.
Texting each other. Hey, Wayne, this chick in here shaking her leg. What's she
Look, hold my phone up. Look.
Right.
do it for the snap.
Got these impressionable minds over here.
In the TikToks and the jobs like that. Y'all wrong. That's not false news.
Oh,
That's not
shucks.
That's
news.
hilarious.
Sir, you tried.
Oh my god, you stupid.
I'm just saying false news, I'm sorry.
No, she talking about because Nicole said false news. He said, "Have you tried?"
Have you tried?
I'm just saying, I mean,
Unless you got on them special little underwear, it don't work.
My thighs is too big. I can barely cross my legs anyway.
Welcome to the 4-Finger Club, people.
I can cross my ankles.
I can't with that.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening right now. What's happening? I'll do what?
Hey, you know what? We're gonna have to go on the back porch and play my game. Charge it to the game. We're gonna have to get on.
Cold outside for that back porch.
If you.
Y'all need to move to Florida.
Oh shucks.
All right.
Woo.
So questions, comments, we need to share.
Oh, it's 6:40. Do you know how many women would be crossing their legs? Right.
We wouldn't even need dudes at all. If all we had to do was
No.
cross our legs.
But you know what? The real question is how many you just learned something new?
But it doesn't work.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you. As a woman, and every woman across the world, or we would all be sitting in a doctor's office crossing our legs. Believe me, we would. Everywhere we went, at work, at church, everywhere we went.
She said,
I'm just saying.
nah, y'all put the cleavage at church. I already know. I remember that growing up. Boy, when that old pastor died, we got that new pastor in there, man, all of them in the front row.
Yeah, that does happen. That really does happen.
While y'all waiting, so what do y'all think about the new Karen?
Man, that wench that I posted on the back porch.
The new Karen with the
Did you see
Apple
that?
phone?
Accusing
the
that
14-year-old.
14-year-old boy of taking her phone, and she was like going, oh,
I haven't seen the whole video.
I didn't even know about it.
I wish.
They were in a library or something?
They were in a hotel. I
Okay.
thought he said they were in a hotel,
Mhm.
and I caught the story, but I didn't hear the whole story. But it sounded like he said they were coming downstairs into the lobby, and this lady started accusing his 14-year-old son of taking her iPhone. And it turned into a big whole altercation.
She went after him, right?
Yeah.
She pushed him and scratched him.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean,
And Dad was right there.
I'm with the mama. I want to know why. Like, how you just, first of all, what happened prior to that that made you think it was this young man that took your phone in the first place?
There'll be more.
And
Big
then-
Carson's out, or not Big Carson, Lord have mercy. Big in Alabama being. We all over, honey. We about to find out.
You mean about the
I'm
lawyer
just like,
that handled the Floyd,
They handled
George Floyd case?
George Floyd, Mike Brown.
Who the hell did you come from?
He's been around for a while.
But I'm just like, man, that's crazy.
The phone was left in an Uber.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Yeah. An Uber driver ended up returning the phone.
And the hotel apologized to the son and the dad. She, as this moment, still has not apologized. That's the shit that pissed me off right there.
Yeah.
That's what got me right there, that you didn't apologize.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll still be pissed. I still be heated, and the whole night if I would kick your ass, if I would kick your ass for touching my kid. But hey,
If I'm
Right,
wrong,
and
I'm
then
wrong.
like
You
the
ain't
father,
even
like the father
apologize.
said, you
That
got
takes it to
my
another level
ping
for
your
me.
phone. And you'll see it's not his phone. It's not the phone he got. If you ping your phone, you'll see it's
Oh,
not
she
his.
thought it was him because he had a phone like hers.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But who the hell don't? I mean,
Yeah,
phones look
right.
alike.
Only iPhone. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, being that everything was on camera, the way it went down, and the way the mom and the dad are conducting themselves is very,
I'm proud of him.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
How many of y'all would have handled that situation if that happened?
once she pushed my son down and scratched him,
Yeah.
if Crystal wasn't there, I'd have been like, hey, all right.
Well,
hey,
see, I have a tendency,
Yeah.
before I reach that, I'm gonna go calm on you. And I'm gonna try to bring you down. Now, if she didn't come down, it's gonna be a whole other
So,
problem.
because in the video, there was like a hotel employee trying to block her, right? Like that.
No.
Who was that?
The employee was pretty much believing her, and yeah, he was going with, and they was like, hold up. So yeah, that's how that went. That's why the hotel ended up having to apologize and all that, because the employee was believing what she was saying.
Just automatically.
Yeah,
Little brown boy had to do it.
yeah.
And they wonder why. White privilege wonders why we're so
I
fearful
don't
for our
know.
kids.
It's just one incident.
Just one. Just one. Oh, which brings me to going back. I'm sorry, I know it's COVID and the vaccination thing, but you know, you keep hearing on the media how black folks won't take it. Black folks don't want to do the vaccination.
As soon as they tell me I can get mine.
Right. Here's the thing that I have a problem with, because everybody I know has said the same thing. 99% of them have said, no, I'll get it. Like, you know, they tested it out on other people first anyway. So by the time it gets to us, we'll know what it is. But the media is really, really playing into black people don't want to do it. They're the biggest resistors to the vaccination. We need to educate them. Do y'all know anybody that's like, I ain't doing that?
I'm not. I personally, I don't think I'm gonna do it.
But is it the COVID or just vaccinations in general?
I'm like with almost everything
To
that
me,
come out.
it's-
Every single thing that come out new. I want to see
You
how
wanna
it
see
happens.
how it works.
Even with cell phone upgrades, I learned.
It's how can you create a vaccine for something that you don't even 100% know everything about?
Well, that's kind of, and you know they put it in you. There's a strain of the.
Yeah, but my whole
That's the whole point of it.
So basically, all you're gonna do is just make everybody contagious.
You're gonna
No.
To me,
inject.
that's what it sounds like.
You got
But
two
it's like the
vaccines,
flu,
like,
yeah.
No, it's not.
Every.
It's not. They said
I mean,
you are
no,
not being
but-
injected with the virus.
Oh, this is the
Okay, I
first
want you to take
vaccination in
them
the
and
history of
come up with that.
vaccination.
I
that
guess
you're not
so.
being. Oh.
It all depends, dude. You gotta realize they stopped everything and said work on this. I mean, not literally
Okay,
everything,
but the
but you know
whole
what
thing
I'm
is-
saying. Their main focus was on this right here. All right, hang on. For everybody that's listening, just use common sense for a moment. Think about it. The people that are getting this vaccine first are police, doctors, firemen, military.
All these
Okay.
personnel.
The key people that you need to keep your ass alive. So you really think I'm gonna give you an experimental drug, and our military is more black than it is of any other ethnicity, okay? You really think I'm going to give you something that's gonna kill the people that I need to keep my ass alive if something goes wrong? That's just common sense right there, man.
I don't think it's like life or death. It's just I don't think they understand the long-term effects.
But that's like with if you get chicken pox, if you get the vaccination
Exactly.
for chicken pox
I'm
as
with-
a child, as you can become an adult, shingles is a form of chicken pox. Like you don't know. You could at 50 years old or 60 years old get shingles from the vaccination of chicken pox. It's a real thing. You don't know, but I mean
But they know that.
they know that now, or they
They
learned
didn't
it
know
over
when
the
they
years.
gave it.
But they didn't know when they gave
The
it.
problem that
When
you
I was
have
with Renee,
is
she said, I'm going to wait and I'm going to see how many people turn into gremlins first.
the drug companies that put so many drugs out there for
That's
so
the
much
problem.
stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
trusts
To
it.
make money, now all of a sudden you're telling me, hey, no, this is the real deal here. This is to save your life.
And it's free.
Don't worry about the commercial you saw last night. Oh, well, did you have ABC? Well, now you need to call the 1-800 number so you can sue because this and because of that.
Yeah.
They're not doing that, man. Come on, man. They're not doing that. Like I said, look at who they're giving the drugs to first. You talk about wiping out that? The doctors, the nurses, the military?
I don't think
The
that's
police?
how I am. Sorry. But I'm the same person. I don't do a flu shot. I don't.
I'll do a flu shot.
Pam said, I don't want to wake up dead.
But there,
I'm gonna wake up.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. That's a very viable argument. But I also feel
Well,
what Wayne is saying. Like I want to see. Like give me like 18 months to see
you
how
are
they
getting
do.
to see because you trust me. We're so far at the bottom of the totem pole to getting one. Hell,
And
they-
see, by then it probably watered down, giving us some regular
Well,
folks.
we ain't, because I didn't know they told us that our job we get it.
well, you work in the health field, so yeah. But I'm saying, like me, for
But they done
example,
gave it to folks already.
they're talking what
So-
midsummer.
You know, I don't know how true it is, but I've seen where people have gotten it,
Claiming that's it from it.
claim that
Man, I've
After
seen
it
all
makes you
kinds of
paralyzed,
stuff. Yeah,
you know,
I've seen
like I said, I don't know how
videos
true that
and
is.
stuff.
I'll tell you what. Here's the latest thing on it. Right as of right now, they're saying that
I know out of all the
if you
people in
have
Truman Medical Center that have gotten it, I ain't heard none of them say that they got an issue. So,
because one of the things right now they're saying this was what they said last night was about it because of depending on your blood type, it might affect you differently as far as the vaccine is concerned. So if you have I believe it was O blood type, that the vaccine will affect you more in a more positive way than it would everybody else on their blood type. They haven't confirmed that, but that's just something that they're looking into, even with the vaccine being out there. You see what I'm saying? They're not saying it's 100%, but hey, guess what? A condom is only 99%. You see what I'm saying?
But
So I'd rather have that condom than nothing.
But we can't condemn people on the
Right.
beliefs of not wanting to do it.
But-
I do want to be more educated. I don't want people.
Not
to
yet,
be-
Pam.
I'm not
Exactly.
condemning you on your beliefs, but the problem that you're going to have is when they turn around and say that you can't go to Arrowhead to go to the game, or you can't go to the Royals game, or you can't go see whoever at a concert because you have not been vaccinated. Don't be standing outside causing a commotion, raising hell, and cussing and carrying on when you knew that you couldn't go because they told you.
But wait,
unless you have
that's
your
not
vaccine
that's
card
not American
on
right.
you can't go.
I can protest that if I
Excuse
want
me?
to. I can
Oh,
do
yes,
that.
you know you right.
Yes, I can.
Hello.
You can
Tuberculosis?
Oh,
Hello. Tuberculosis?
you
Hello.
cannot be
Did
in
you have a
it.
TB shot? Have you had a TB
I
shot?
had these taken, given to me as a child, but as an adult, I have a choice.
Listen.
If I don't want to take it, then I'm not taking it.
You don't
And
have to take it.
and-
I agree with you 100% on that. What I'm saying is
I
this.
understand
Don't
that.
stand outside bitching and griping and
No, I
complaining
will.
because you
Oh,
can't
I
go
will.
into the
I
Midlands
will.
to see Chris
I
Rock
will.
do his
Oh, I
stand-up
will.
stand-up routine.
Because I'm American,
When the Midlands,
and I'm
when the
not.
company that said, hey, you cannot attend
Yes.
unless you have been vaccinated.
Yep.
This is what the company said. When a company set their standards and their rules, there's nothing you can do about that.
I didn't say I could change the rules. I said I can stand outside and I can protest against it.
Why?
Because I am an American and
You're just
I'm
being ignorant.
I'm not being
I don't think
ignorant.
it's being ignorant.
It's not
I
being
do.
ignorant, and that's very
When you know the
insulting.
rules,
It doesn't
dude,
matter. Rules
okay,
are
it's just
always
like
rough,
this.
rough,
I give you, here's a perfect example. An airline ticket.
We
An
about to
airline-
get, hold on. Because we about to get into a whole heated discussion, Kevin, and I'm not going to do this with you. So, we can talk about this afterwards and the different
Well,
but,
this is what I'm gonna say is.
but please do not ever find me
Can.
ignorant again. Number one. Number two, let's move on. Please
But
continue.
I was gonna say, it's no different than when they said black folks can't drink from a certain water fountain, but they can protest it, and eventually the rules got changed. Same difference.
I don't think it's
I mean,
ignorant.
it's kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't say it's ignorant. I just say it's, people set rules all the time,
And laws.
and you
It's
have
not
the
the
right
people.
to disagree.
When a company says a certain thing, when
But I mean, when I say people, that's just like the government, building, whoever. And the only way it gets changed is when somebody stands up against it. I mean,
How
so
are
a
you
lot
gonna
of,
protest?
listen, no,
Okay,
listen.
okay,
That's the same as
okay.
saying gay people can't get married. Guess what happened? Gay people started saying we have a right, we should be able to
I
get
agree
married.
with you.
So now the rules change and they can get married. It's the same with anything.
I think if everyone just bow down, if everyone was just to bow down and get the shot, you're pretty much saying you're a slave to the system.
And that's okay. What is smoking?
Him.
Oh,
I mean-
I did not get high. I don't know. No, I agree with what you're saying.
So yeah, I get what
That's
you're
the
saying.
whole
So
purpose.
then, so it's just like,
That's
even
the
though,
freedom.
okay, you have that choice, okay, either I'm gonna get this shot or I'm not.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't get the shot, there's certain things that you probably won't be able to do anymore. you
But
used
that
to
don't
do.
mean that you can't.
But that's for
Resist
you to decide.
In
So now
everything in
you
this
should,
world, we have a choice.
now the whole thing is, you can't get mad because you can't go to a football game. Because you chose not to get that shot for whatever beliefs and whatever
you just said,
choice.
I have the right to go out there and protest. I can't.
And you
Exactly.
do.
You do have
I
that
can't
right.
get in the stadium
You
because
do have
I
that
didn't
right.
get a vaccine shot and they won't let me in. So I'm gonna stand outside the door and cause all
And
this
exercise
commotion.
my right.
Right.
I can't get
Why?
in because I can.
Okay,
Right.
That's
Because
okay.
we have the,
In
we
all
have the
honesty,
right to be able to do
if they
that.
give you a vaccine, right? Here, no. I'm sorry. If they give you a vaccine and I don't get the vaccine, but I have COVID, are you still gonna catch COVID?
We don't.
But the vaccine is to make you immune to it, right? So why should it matter if I get the shot or not? It's my life I'm playing with.
Because
not
until
yours.
the whole thing about herd immunity,
That's
you're
true.
going on the herd immunity thing. Until you get it low enough, you can't. So if everybody has this mentality, I'm not going to do it, and you have 80% of the people going, I'm not taking it, and you got 20% of people say I'm taking it, you're still defeating the purpose. So you have to have a certain number, I forgot what the number is, of people that are willing to take the vaccine or get vaccines because they have to create herd immunity. That's what Trump wanted to do at first. He was just like, hey, let the chips fall where they may. It doesn't work that way if you don't have something in there to stop it. Yeah, everybody, and if say there was no vaccine whatsoever, and this shit just ran rapid, there's nothing we can do about it. Everybody's not gonna die in America. We already know this. But the question is, how many? You see what I'm saying? So if that's like winning the lottery, are you willing to take that Russian roulette bullet? There's one bullet in the gun with while I was sitting at the table. Are you willing to squeeze that trigger? Especially if you don't have to.
Some
You see what
are,
I'm
some
saying?
ain't.
Right.
I mean, it's just the same as wearing a mask. Some people,
But what I'm saying is,
some places
when
will not
it's-
let you in without wearing a mask. Some people that refuse to wear a mask oppose that, and they will stand against their place.
but why am I gonna give him grief about not putting on the mask when I come to the door and he's gonna start me to put on the mask? He's only doing what somebody else told him to tell people when they come to the door.
Because
I'm gonna give this man
I mean, now that I
people have
understand
gotten
that.
stabbed, people have gotten shot,
Yeah,
people
make
have
no
gotten
sense.
killed over just because he told them what somebody else told him what he had to tell you.
Yeah.
Don't go. I don't want to hear, oh, it's my right, I can protest. Why show up? They're not gonna let you in. You just look like a
Or,
fool.
well, my thing is, no, you can protest it, but don't raise hell with that person. You can stand outside and protest all
Okay.
day, but don't
That's fine.
don't push what you want on that other person, just like that person ain't, because that's just the rule.
Well, that I agree with.
Yeah.
You don't go off on the ticket taker. I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
No, I don't even say that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But here's the deal.
There are some people that
What I'm
will.
trying to explain to you, when people buy airline tickets, okay, you don't read the fine print when you buy that ticket. There are so many rules and stipulations when you buy that ticket, okay? And just say, for example, say you can't wear yoga pants on a flight. They don't tell you in the commercial. You don't read the back of the ticket. You ain't never heard nobody get in trouble wearing yoga pants on the flight. And then you show up and they go, oh, see that right there? It says right there, you
Okay.
can't wear yoga pants on this flight.
So-
So now you're gonna bitch and grab and complain, and
No,
you're gonna protest.
you're generalizing. You're generalizing the topic, but you're going off base.
Okay.
Someone injecting me with a antibody or whatever is completely different than me respecting the mask thing. That's a those are two different concepts.
Your choice of getting the vaccine.
Well,
Hold on.
My choice of whether or
Can
not I let you in
can I-
my
can
establishment.
I finish?
That's my debate is.
Okay, you've had the floor for quite some time. What I'm saying is, you putting something into my body, I have a right to say, I don't want this in my body.
I'm not disputing
Hold
that.
on. Now, just like Wayne eloquently said, if I know that the Midland won't let me in, okay, I can't go see whomever. I can't go in and see him because I know that's their rule. And I got to walk around with a vaccination card to prove and show them my ID. I mean, come on, man. Now you're just impeding on my rights as a human and as an American citizen to have to go around and show paperwork. It starts with that. But, okay, that's your rules. I can't do that.
Okay.
But I absolutely have a right to go outside with a picket sign legally and say, this is not right. And I shouldn't have to deal with it, and let's have a discussion, and let's bring the city into it. And that was my argument.
Okay.
That I'm suggesting, just because you don't agree with it, I'm gonna get past it, but
Okay.
No, that is a valid point that you brought up. Paperwork.
yeah, I mean,
They already said the issue you card you get a vaccine shot, but then we go ahead.
Okay, so if they're issuing you a card, you get that vaccine shot, and you go to an event, they're gonna scan that card.
yeah,
So
See?
now you're tracked
Which is
everywhere you go.
everywhere you go. That's a
And
whole
how is
other-
that freedom?
Okay.
That's slavery right there. You're trapped.
Okay, wait, hold on. So we have a lot to talk about. We can pick this up again, but we're like 2 minutes out. And it's a whole, which is good because I'm sure these conversations are going on everywhere. People agree, people disagree, and it's fine. Just, being able to talk about it and be okay with it, to agree to disagree with something, or agree to agree. But I don't want to spend the last 2 minutes of the show on such a deep topic. So
It ain't my birthday, so what we talking about?
we're gonna talk about Happy New Year. And who
Ain't gonna
Right. And who do we think the Chiefs are gonna play in the Super Bowl?
Cause they gone.
Oh, yeah,
Saints.
we going. You think it's the Saints?
Thanks.
Okay. Who you got, Wayne?
I haven't watched all this shit.
Okay.
Ah,
That's okay.
Okay, you know what?
I ain't saying
I keep the updates on my phone to where I know, but I haven't actually visually truly watched the game. It's like, okay, it's either This team, I haven't watched.
I don't mean to
So
do-
I don't know.
I
So
don't
I'm
mean to
just looking at
disrespect.
stats.
I don't mean to disrespect the Lord, but COVID has helped me be able to watch a lot of football games.
You know, I'm a
I
guy,
love you, Lord. I'm just saying, and all your mercy.
Thank you.
and I'm a diehard KU fan. I love KU basketball, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I just get the updates on my phone.
that's okay. You have a life. Good for you. Gotta make that.
I don't watch
No,
another
I'm
game
broke
but
and
the
ain't pay my
Chiefs.
cable bill.
Since I'm single.
I'm the Chiefs. So who you got to next week? And everybody's watching. Who the Chiefs gonna beat in the Super Bowl this
I'm
year?
not current on how teams are playing, so I can't even make it. The past couple weeks, I haven't watched.
Do y'all
any games.
live in this city? Let us
I was current up until the Steelers
He
lost their
worked
first
all the
game.
time.
After that,
I never know him to really sit down and watch
Just pick
football.
one. So we got the Saints, and I heard Pittsburgh is like,
That's it.
is that one of us? So it won't be them. Oh, it might be. I know them.
All I know is they better be able to get through the Raiders.
Really? You just
Wait.
said that?
They ain't even in the cut.
Hey,
Yeah.
I ain't watching.
What you were
But they did, but you know what?
You were doing good there for a
Hey,
minute.
listen, I ain't watching.
Right.
We had a scary thing. We had a scary game.
From what I see in the Saints, I mean, I can see why they said that.
Yeah. That'll be interesting because my family's from Louisiana. That'll be a rival. We'll watch that.
If I was famous, I would be.
Street work. What about you? Chiefs and
I don't care whoever they play, Chiefs win.
they gonna whoop that A, girl.
Chiefs win.
They gonna whoop that A. Go Chiefs, go. Now I will say you had a lot of interceptions because I know Patrick Mahomes. You watch this show. I know you watch this show, but I'm gonna tag you in it. And I need you to please stop giving a baby. I love you. I know having a baby on the way and all that stuff.
Got
is
his
real
equilibrium and stuff all off.
Yeah.
He got pregnancy brain.
He get it. I get it. I understand it. But yeah, we are.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, we love you all. And don't forget, we're going to put the link out for the back porch to have much more stimulating conversations and indiscretions. I think that might be one of the shows, the indiscretion shows, so we can share like embarrassing moments.
Hey, you know I can talk about some stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And I don't
You
have
right now
anything
won't get on this shoot.
I can talk about some stuff.
You shut
after
up.
his show last week, girl, I don't think your baby ain't a baby no more.
I know.
He a grown man.
He's my seed.
Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it, and we are going to make a couple
Why
new
did that
changes.
not sit right
Right,
with
it
me?
does. We are going to kick off the new year with a new look. With some
What y'all
merch.
doing for the new year?
What
Let
y'all
us
doing?
know.
Let's create a room. Y'all want to create a room? We can toast it in. I'll take a nap. Before
It's nothing.
I'll take a nap before midnight, and we can toast in the new year together. But we appreciate you all. We thank you. We just started 15 weeks ago. This is 15, right?
This is 16.
Oh, this is 16. So what is that? 4, 8, 12, 2.5 months? That's not bad. We picked up almost 500 followers. So people do like.
She know that stuff. I don't know that stuff.
I read the stats all the time. I'm sorry.
I might have to have you look at my business page.
We even got people in Thailand and Morocco.
Oh, that's what's up.
I don't know if they can understand English, but translation.
Right.
So anyway, have a great, safe holiday. Happy New Year. We
Hit
thank
up
you
Crown
guys.
Print and order something. I'm just saying.
Yeah, do that too. And we're gonna come up with a different format as we move into the new year. Y'all got anything y'all want to share? Happy New Year.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and
Yeah,
drive.
that part.
And
Wayne and Kevin's having babies. Not
this
together.
Kevin. Not this Kevin.
I'm just putting it out there. Well, Wayne don't need no more babies.
Hold on, first
hold
off.
on.
She said you got a squad.
Wish any more kids on me. Because I've had nothing but girls. No, don't.
Wow.
You gonna have one more, bro. I'll show you that now. It's a 2 year.
You already know what I'm doing. So,
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year, but and I do
Wait,
want
wait,
to.
wait, wait, wait.
I just want to say one thing. Everybody comes with these resolutions every year. Most people do, but what I would encourage you to do is like do a personal habit change if you can. If that makes sense. Every year I try to do something to improve upon myself, not make the world be perfect. Okay. And on that note, then we'll shut down. Kevin is perfect, so we're gonna move on. God bless, have a good night, and bye.
Bye.
Mm.
Bye.